All right, so we had another surprise pump from Bitcoin later on last night, putting in new all-time highs once again. So if you're somebody that's new to crypto and you're just coming into the space, I'm here to guide you through the journey. In actual fact, in today's show, I'm going to give you 3 altcoins, which if you buy today are still positioned in the right place at the right time and poised for major upside potential, which means you still have an opportunity to make some great money. So smash the like button, hit the bell notification, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We are one of the fastest growing channels in the entire world with over 1 million subscribers. So we've been bringing you crypto love and wisdom and alpha pack shows for over 2 years. I've invested personally in well over 100 different crypto projects, some of which have done anywhere between 100 and 1,000 times return. So we've had a stellar run over here, guys. Smash the like button and make sure you do put the bell notification on as well, because we can go live at any time with these current market conditions. You can see over here on the bubbles just showing the percentage gains over the last day. Peanuts putting in another 126% gainer over here, and this is being listed on major exchanges across the board. You have 𝗕𝗤𝗓𝗓, one of our top picks, actually 43% gains on the day. 𝗕𝗤𝗘 up 77.83%, also due to its listing on Coinbase. So you're seeing this narrative of major listings across big exchanges. This tends to bring the retail masses in, and we saw the hype cycles play out where every crypto cycle since 2017, 2021, and now the 2024-25 crypto bull run, meme coins seem to lead the runs with some of the biggest gainers, right? We also have Brett over there, big gainer, 31% on the day, WIF up 39%. And I've given you guys my entire meme coin portfolio, which is in the Whale Room private Discord, right? We've dropped that months ahead of time. And now we're getting the dividends, right, of being invested and remaining in those positions. But it's not too late. There are a couple that haven't yet run. I'm going to give those to you on today's show. Again, smash the like button. Let me know in the comments which ones you're looking at. And we will make sure to go through the entire list. Let's first start off with the macro high time frame overview to see where Bitcoin is in this particular cycle, how much longer we still have to run, and then we'll get straight into the degen things, which is going to be the altcoin mix, right? That's where the true bread and butter is going to be made for this crypto cycle. Now, first things first, we saw Coinbase app rankings jump into the top 10, right? If you look at the overall rankings within the US, Coinbase crypto exchange, of course, jumping into the top 10, showing that FOMO is really heating up and people want to get their hands on the crypto as quick as possible. When it comes to the other finance app store rankings in the US, Coinbase is now at #1 spot, breaching just ahead of Robinhood over there, which is situated in #2, and then a lot of crypto apps coming up, right? You have also Crypto.com sitting at #5 spot over there. So I'd expect that towards the end of the cycle, you're going to probably see a complete domination of the top 10 finance apps being crypto related, and probably even many of the crypto apps will feature in the overall rankings within the US and the App Store, right? So big things coming. There is still a lot of momentum. You can see Bitcoin climbing the ranks, ticking back up once again above silver and starting to close at least the gap over here on Alphabet or Google, which is sitting at a 1.79 trillion. Now, it's not going to be very hard for Bitcoin to add that kind of market cap to start to climb up into that $2.2 trillion mark. It's just a couple of percentage points away, and you're going to start to see Bitcoin rapidly climb. Now, as it starts to target in towards probably Apple, NVIDIA, the likes of these various different stocks, this is probably where you want to start to be a little bit careful, right? But as it currently stands, there's still a very strong fundamental basis for the long term to be investing in Bitcoin, but the real gainers are going to be made in the altcoin sector. And one of the reasons why is, if you look at this, this is the Internet of Information today, TCP/IP, right? This is the application layer and protocol layer, and there's no ownership of that that's possible. But if you look at the Internet of Value today, we're talking about the Bitcoin network and Bitcoin, the currency. You can own both the application layer and protocol layer over there, which is very, very valuable. And you're going to start to see a lot of nation states cash onto that as well. And they're going to want a piece of this thing. So looking at the price action over here as we start to move parabolic, we still have our timing target in play over here with the greened out area. How high price could go is really anyone's guess. I really recommend that you try and stay away from the price prediction people, but rather hone in on the people that study timing cycles. We've spoken a lot about the timing cycles. One thing that I've also denoted and showcased before, this is on a high time frame monthly scale chart, is that typically we see every cycle top occur with the stochastic RSI, excuse me, not the stochastic RSI, but the normal RSI. This is standard. There's been no changes to the setting. It's just your standard RSI with the 14 closes over there. Every time it pushes up into this yellow trend line, and most specifically gets above that 80 mark, that's where you start to see the real parabolic advancements take place. And the knock into that yellow trend line, which is downsloping, is where your prior tops have been set in place, right? You can see this one over here, exact cycle top comes in play. You can see this one over here. We had the first top over here. The second top was driven heavily by leverage due to Michael Saylor coming into the market. Otherwise, that probably would have been the top over there, but we only ticked a little bit above, right? If you zoom in now, you can see where the RSI is at right now. We're only sitting at 73 to 74, right? And this is trending up aggressively over here. We haven't even got into the 80 mark. So my expectation is that we'll still see continuation of this RSI up. And when it starts to reach around that 88 to 90 zone, that is actually where we're going to have a look for weakness within the market and expect that this will come to an end. Now, this is very slow moving because it's on a monthly scale. And the good news is that it means that everything is on target to reach this trajectory that we have between August and November 2025, which we outlined as the most probable time point for a timing cycle top. The other interesting thing that we can have a look at over here is this Puel multiple signal, which is the orange line that's oscillating up and down between the green and the red band. Now, you typically expect a cycle top to occur around a 1.25 standard deviation away from the mean, right? Which would be in that red band territory. And if you look at the Puel multiple, which has been very, very accurate in predicting cycle tops in the price cycles, you can see it's still only hanging just around that one zone, right? Which means we've moved from undervalue, which is your bear market bottoms where you're looking to allocate, into fair value, which is at the 1 point mark. And everything is following exactly according to plan. We haven't yet reached into the true overextensions or overbought territory where you're starting to look to counter that trade. And that's in agreement with what we're seeing, of course, over here with that RSI on the monthly scale. So all in all, it's looking good. We still have support over here, or at least supporting the case for the bulls to be in control, in the sense that the daily exchange volume continues to trend towards the upside. And what's very important over here is we've just ticked above that $100 billion mark. Now, if you can see sustained volume trading above that $100 billion mark, that shows more and more interest coming into the market, more and more money flowing onto exchanges, and more money entering into the crypto market, which tends to rise all ships, right? The rising tide lifts all ships. Think of this as the tide. The daily exchange volume is the tide that will rise all ships. As long as that keeps increasing and moving up into this territory, we're going to see big, big moves. The good news is that we haven't even got close to the record highs that we set in over here around that 165 billion, which occurred back in the 2021 peak. And this cycle, we're going much higher, right? We're going much, much higher because we have a lot more money in the system and a lot more money that wants to enter into crypto. Another thing that we can look at to determine if things are overheated is the aggregate funding rate average, right? You can see over here, it's the histogram, the little bars are still relatively low in comparison, again, to what we saw in the price cycle. Now, in the price cycle, we reached all the way up into these incredibly high areas around that 0.1 to 0.12 level, where we currently stand at 0.019, which means we still have about 10 times more to go on the aggregate funding rate just to get into this level over here. And we actually expect that we should supersede that level within this cycle. And this is where we actually put in that distributive pattern that led price action to go down. And then, of course, we got one more spike up. Now, we've called every single step of this move to perfection ever since the FTX lows by studying what's happening over here on the funding rates every time they went slightly negative over there. And we had any period of backwardation. Backwardation simply just means the future price, futures traders are more and more pessimistic, betting on lower and lower prices. Markets tend to move in what's called contango, which is where it's slight optimism that the futures prices should be going up each month consecutively, right? So I'll let you guys know. Make sure you follow the channel. Make sure you also follow me on Twitter if you're not already following me on Twitter or X. The links are in the description below. It will take you to @Kyledoops. I will update you when I exit the market and identify these signs of extreme contango, and we're looking for a distributive top, right? The other thing you can do is, of course, watch the show. Now, The funding rate heat map across all the various different altcoins is only just starting to get heated. This shows us that we should be looking at least 60 days of upside potential before maybe finding some sort of a local top. So I think a lot of people are sidelined right now. A lot of people are worried. Even some people are attempting to keep shorting the market. And due to their attempted shorts, we keep putting in these massive short squeezes, right? Like on Peanut, a meme coin, a simple meme coin. People are trying to short. This was the squirrel that got euthanized, of course, in the US, that could have been partly responsible for pushing Trump over the line to get that victory. And here it is, up 127%. Part of the reason you get these extreme moves is due to short traders trying to jump in front of a steam train, right? So everything is intact. Everything is following to perfection. Very, very strong over here. I would expect on the monthly scale, the first major level of resistance is going to be coming in at $102,000. $100,000 is a major psychological level as well. So pay attention as price moves into that 100K territory and understand that it's really not that far away, right? Think of Bitcoin price in terms of percentages at 89,700, or call it 90,000. It's theoretically 90% of the way to 100,000. So to hit that psychological level, we only need one more 10% day and we're going to hit that $100,000 mark, right? So everything looking super good over there. This is what I was talking about. Short traders, we look at this every single day, and usually a couple of hours after my show, we tend to hit this level. Currently, the short stop losses are residing just into that $93,500 to $94,000 region. Expect that liquidity will get captured. Remember, markets seek out liquidity, right? So when you see these big areas of stop losses, this is where price tends to go to. Now, eventually, you're going to build up a massive amount of liquidation levels below price, and those will probably also get hit. You can currently see this band that's forming over here at about 75,000. It's just not strong enough yet. For now, the momentum is very much to the upside, and I'll give you the levels to watch, right? You can see everything is following to perfection. Just re-looking at the cycles, comparing this cycle to the prior two cycles, we're following the pink line. Everything is following along according to plan and in alignment with what I said over here, with the expectation that you should have about 60 days of strong continuation over here. This would support that, right? If you have a look at this and you study this information, we're on day 730. So if you continue to, about day 760-ish, that's going to give you around 20 to 40-ish days, depending on which time you're looking at as a top, whether it's the green area or the orange over here. And then you're starting to look for a pause within the market. That pause could lead to altcoins rallying aggressively and a breakdown of Bitcoin dominance. I'll show you why in a minute. Again, guys, if you are new to the space, make sure you follow me over here on Twitter. It's at Kyledoops. It has the blue tick mark. I've even asked the audience to rate me, right? So if you want to see if I'm credible or not, go and read the comments over here. I asked anyone new coming into Twitter or X, you're going to be faced with a very important decision, and this goes for YouTube as well, of who to follow and be influenced by, who you're going to listen to, right? Who's called it right, who hasn't. Should you follow me? Am I credible? That's the question. Have I called it right? Ask the people in the comments over here that have been around for a while. You guys let me know, have I called the market right? When we look at this entire cycle from bottom to current levels, have we been spot on or not? And then I said I'd ask the current followers what they think. Read the comments to see if they promote me or not. Go through to that comment section. You let me know as well if you made money with me, right? Cool. Let's continue on over here. We're breaking out of the massive range. We expect major continuation from this point in time. We spoke about, the shallow dips that will probably occur. And we're looking into this zone over here as kind of a best case scenario. If you dip into this $83,500 territory, this still remains to be the case, but keep in mind, as I'll show you on a future chart in a second, there's no guarantee, right? Absolutely no guarantee that you'll move into this zone over here, which is why you want to have your positions established. Now, what do you do? What do you do if you don't have any positions established? Well, typically what I do is I outline areas of interest, and then I will tend to scale into a trade, right? So just as an example, let's say, for example, we're looking to start to enter from this point and scale the trade down over here on Bitcoin per se, which I don't recommend, by the way. I recommend rather looking towards, some of the other positions, I recommend looking, which I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you one trade today, as also stay tuned. But essentially, this is how you can mitigate a whole lot of your risk, right? Imagine layering a grid order or multiple limit orders that are spread all the way through this area. Because the volatility is so high, as price drops, this would be ideal if you get your full order filled, everything over there. But what if you don't? What happens if price only goes down to 84,700 and that's it, right? Well, in this instance, the good news is at least you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the 10 orders filled, right? So these few orders over here got missed, but you got 70% of your order in, plus mitigating risk. What happens if price goes further down? Well, if price goes further down, you'll capture some of those orders, thus reducing your average entry into the middle of this trading range. Now, when you approach the market and you're looking to set these buy orders at key levels while price is moving very, very quickly, I really recommend you take what is called the pyramid approach, right? The pyramid approach would look something like this. So we put a triangle in over there, and the pyramid approach would look like this. Because price is moving so fast, you're taking on more and more risk the higher and higher that you buy, right? So you want to take as little risk as possible at the top here. And as price moves down, if it gets closer to where your invalidation zone is, let's say you're invalidating underneath that candle, that's where you're incorrect on your trade idea, then you're going to grow your position in this area. You're going to put in a lot more money. So let's say, for example, you have a $10,000 account. Maybe you're going to put $1,000 in there. And then in this zone over here, you're going to put, maybe you're going to put like $3,000 in there. So that's 4,000. And then you're leaving the last 6,000 for the bottom of the triangle. This is one way that you can mitigate risk, right? If you do want to learn more about this, there is a free crypto school that you can go to, right? There's a link in the description below. It's called Whale School. I created it for the benefit of you guys. It's entirely free. You don't have to pay 1 single cent. Click that link, but there is one catch. Time is running out to join, right? The spaces are drying out as the new market participants are coming in. We can only host a few thousand people on this platform. Use the link in the description below, guys. Sign up. It's absolutely totally free. So let's continue. Now, if Bitcoin continues to remain sideways, this is what we spoke about on yesterday's show. Said the sideways price move that's occurring right now will be a very healthy sign for the bulls, because it creates the opportunity for the EMAs, which are underneath, which were hanging far below as price was initially moving up, to now play catch up, right? And as they play catch up, this then becomes support, right? If price moves to that area, it's now getting additional support from those moving averages. We also spoke about how the psychology would catch up, right? As you move sideways over here, the psychology, let's say, let's draw somebody's brain over there. There's somebody's brain. That is the thinker, right? Psychology question mark over there. Their brain can now catch up to what's happened within the move and process that this is real. This is the new fair value. Again, going back to this chart over here, as per the Powell multiple, we actually at a 1-to-1 ratio right now, which is considered fair value. We've just moved from undervalued from the bear market into the fair value zone. And this is actually what Bitcoin price should be. We're not even in the overvalued territory yet, believe it or not, right? Believe it or not, we're absolutely still in the fair value zone. So with that being said, okay, over the course of the weekend, you also have to think about this, right? A lot of the retail participants are very busy. A lot of the late retail that are coming into the market, they're very busy people. They've been at work. They've seen the headlines. They're starting to message people. People typically, when they first see the big move, they don't make an immediate buying decision, right? They don't just suddenly decide on the spot, oh my word, Bitcoin's at $90,000. I have to buy right now. They sit and they think, let's wait, let's watch how things play out. And then we go into the weekend, which is about 72 hours away, right? They're probably going to sit over the course of this weekend and start to set up their crypto exchanges, preparing to buy the next move, right? They're going to wait for the next dip, which is probably not going to come. And then they're going to start to ape into positions. And then they're going to start to look to lagging positions, of which I'm going to give you some of those on today's show. And then they're going to ape into those positions, and your bags are going to pump. So congratulations. It is what it is. It's a player versus player game right now. This is the brutality of the crypto markets, and they are going to get an upside move, but then you guys are going to take profit, right? So my encouragement to you is prepare yourself, because not every coin is listed on every single exchange, right? There's a lot of different exchanges out there, and it's very rare that every exchange will, or that one exchange will have every single coin, right? Even think of something like Binance, one of the biggest exchanges in the world. There's many coins that they don't list. So you want to get your accounts ready, right? There's a link in the description below. If you do want to sign up to any of the exchanges partnered with us, you will qualify for a sign-up bonus. There's a benefit if you do the win a Bitcoin one underneath. If you use these ones, so first click these links, sign up. They'll qualify you for the sign-up bonus. Once you finish with doing that, you go through to this link, click the Banter Bubbles page. It will take you over here. You can guess the price of Bitcoin. The closest guess by the of January will win a full Bitcoin. For each of those exchange links that are listed below, you get to put in one guess, right? One guess per week. So a good opportunity over there. I think that the market participants are probably going to return over the course of the weekend, tracking both BTC and ETH over here on the 4-hour time frame, or the hourly time frame. This is currently the situation, right? You've had the big move up. Now there will be liquidity that's underneath price action. The 50 and 200 EMA, which is the red one, is the 50, and the 200 EMA is the blue one. Governing price towards the upside, you can see every test of that 50 leads to continuation. So you can see you're moving through a bit of a slowdown phase over here, and I've marked out your trading range. So price in the short term, keywords, we have high time frame analysis, medium time frame analysis, which is a couple of days to weeks from now, and then we have short term or immediate analysis for how price is going to interact with levels today. This is more the short-term analysis. We're on the hourly time frame. You can see that price is respecting this range level over here. So if you do happen to get a drop down into the bottom of the range, this is typically where you would start to take those short-term scalp trade opportunities. If you see something like this, kind of like those wicks that have formed over there, where you drop to about 84,900 and you start to see the candles closing back inside the trading range at about 86,300, right? That starts to create the trade opportunity. Then you can start to look for longs, right? You look for a long opportunity and you can trade it to the top side of the trading range. Since we have a higher time frame trend in motion, the chances are that you'll breach this 92.7 level, hold that, bounce, and continue onwards and upwards. I don't really recommend looking for any shorts within this market right now until there's a swing failure pattern or confirmation of a trend reversal. For now, I really recommend that you're only looking for opportunities at the extremities, right? At these range low extremities, which is going to be that yellow line at 86,334. The same thing is true when it comes to Ethereum, right? Ethereum, you can see, has started to lose the 50 EMA on the 1-hour time frame, but you do have your 200, which is rising up. Now, as that rises up, if it's down into the 3,116 level and holds that, that becomes a trade opportunity, which would look something like this, right? So this is a leverage trade opportunity for you guys. You would therefore, let's just clean that up. That's the wrong one. Let's just grab that long tool. So you'd be looking for something like this. This is your trade. Let's make it nice and big and bright so you can see every single part of this. We will increase that to about 40. Let's increase this one to about 60. There we go. That's fine. So there we go. This would become the trade opportunity. You're looking to trade this to the top side of the trading range. You would stop out below, it's called gaining acceptance. All of this is taught in Whale School, right? So if you start to hold underneath that level, underneath 3,100, probably going to stop out, right? But if you come into the zone, bounce off the 200, reclaim, enter into the long trade, your stop loss will go underneath that previous wick over there, and then you can target all the way to the top side. This is giving you a very favorable trade opportunity. It's a 4-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and the chances are you should get higher prices, right? You should get continuation, probably well beyond the top side of this trading range, and you should see ETH continue. That's where you can turn what's initially a small scalp trade, a 4-to-1 scalp trade, into a longer term swing trade opportunity. There's ample opportunity over here, right? And again, guys, we're here to help you. Stay with us each and every single day. If you are confused, please join Whale School. Please join Whale School. Everything is in there for you to succeed, right? So if Bitcoin could do the sideways price action thing over here, and we can just continue to maintain this into the course of the weekend, we could start to see a breakdown of the Bitcoin dominance. Now, this is a traditionally bearish pattern because you have price in a rising wedge formation, and these typically break down. If this breaks down, your altcoins are going to go berserk. And the reason why is because all this money from Bitcoin is probably going to flow into the altcoin market. Now, it's very rare that Bitcoin dominance will break down when the market's crashing. The Bitcoin dominance breakdown typically occurs when the entire crypto market is exploding towards the upside and the greed is superseding rational thinking, and people decide they want more money, so they move to the altcoins where they're going to get it, right? And you will get it. You will get more money. I'll let you know when you need to be careful within the market. As it currently stands, the Bitcoin dominance is still very strong. But based on this chart pattern, the expectation is that very soon over here, we are going to get a rejection. This could be any time between now and January. There's going to be a major rejection, and therefore you want to have your trading accounts ready, right? So if you do want your trading account ready, by the way, there's a great opportunity with Blofin. If you do want to take that short-term trade opportunity that I gave you on Bitcoin and Ethereum, or the altcoin I'm about to give you, Blofin are offering a $1 million prize pool, a massive $1 million prize pool. So Blofin, one of my preferred exchanges to trade on, very high liquidity. They have something called Fireblocks, right? This is the only, this is at least the only exchange that I know with Fireblocks. Fireblocks protects your funds. Remember FTX, and FTX collapsed and everyone lost all their money? It's because they didn't have Fireblocks. FTX were custodying the users' funds, so you guys personally, and then they were taking those funds and they were degenerate gamblers and investing in meme coins, right? And other altcoins. And then the market dumped and they lost everyone's money. This is impossible to happen with a business like Blofin because the Fireblocks is the best third-party custodian of funds in the entire world. So there is an opportunity there for you. I am going to give you another trade opportunity beyond this long. So again, guys, I'm going to let's actually just quickly lock this on the screen. So you have the long trade over here, which you can take on Blofin. So let's lock it. It is. It's locked on the screen. If I click on this, the writing on the right-hand side would be the trade setup. 3,038 would be your stop loss. You're looking for your entry over here at around 3,116. And then your final take profit on the long trade would be $3,423. So that is the trade opportunity over there for you. The other thing that we're having a look at, which is very key to how the altcoins are going to do, and the next trade I want to give you is actually an altcoin trade. It's actually a meme coin that I think is about to pump aggressively, so stay until the very end. We're looking at 𝗕𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 BTC refers to the lower market cap coins. So it's everything on coin market cap minus the top 10, and measuring that in a ratio against Bitcoin. Now, if this is going down, it means that most of the altcoins are being outperformed by Bitcoin. Bitcoin is doing better, which I'm sure you've seen, right? Bitcoin's going up 5, 6, 7%. Some of the altcoins are just remaining at like +2, some of them -3%. And so you have this time period, alts get outperformed. But as you can see over here, when it hits this trend line, this is where the others market takes off. Like that. And this is what we're waiting for, right? We're waiting for that test of this trend line, and we are so close. We are so close to that trend line over here. If you measure this out as a percentage, for others against Bitcoin, the upper boundary of that orange line is about 8% down. The mid-level is about 13%, and all the way down is about 12%. We are so close to hitting that level, and this is where altcoin outperformance should take place, right? The other thing that we're looking at is total 3, which has got, much stronger range low level. Horizontals are always more significant, but you have this key range low level that you can focus on as a significant area of interest where you're looking for a turn of events. Total 3 is like others, but it's just a few more other altcoins. This has got also to the peak of bottom from current price, 30% down, right? And then on the upper side over here, about 20%. Pointers that give or take between 15 and 30% away downside against Bitcoin, you should start to see a major turn of events, and the altcoin sector should start to do really well, right? So we're still watching the total cryptocurrency market cap, which now is breaking. It has breached. It ticked over into new cycle highs for the first time. Very, very bullish. That is great. It's been exactly according to plan. Exactly what we're looking for, which was the order block that we said was forming over here on the daily time frame in the pink box that was likely to lead to the big move up. So very, very similar to Bitcoin. What you're looking for now is a bit of a consolidation and a slowdown phase. Now, keep in mind, it's all been very, very exciting, but the reality is that sometimes this choppiness and slowdown phase can go on for a couple of weeks, right? As that goes on for a couple of weeks, you're going to see a rotation into the best performing altcoins, which should do very, very well. So this is being supported by the 𝗕𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗓 indicator, which is on the bottom over here, is the others chart. So this is others that we're looking at, others against Bitcoin. This is others USD. Others USD is turning green. It's looking good. If we look at it's also green. It's doing good, right? Price is moving towards the upside. It's the start of a trend. The good news is that we're not in full massive expansion yet, where it's too dangerous to enter. Full massive expansion will start to look something like this, right? This is full massive expansion. When you look at this, this level over here, you would expect those lines, these are exponential moving averages, multiples of 3, they would start to spread very, very far away from each other. Of course, that is not the case yet. In fact, this has only just started to take off, right? Which means you have huge opportunity. So again, sign up to Blofin, take the trade with me. I'm going to give you one of the trades right now, and it's a meme coin, right? If you look over here from Miles, crypto exchanges are now going full degen because they want what people want. They want to list what people want to trade because that's how exchanges work. They're based on volume and liquidity. And he says in the past week, Binance listed Hippo, Bonk, Peanut, Axe, and Mooding, and we saw those absolutely pump. Bybit listed Peanut, Goat, and Fog. Remember, guys, Fog was one of our top blue chip picks, which we dropped in Whale Room. We had some phenomenal results over there. Let's see if we have it over here. Here it is. We recently just dropped. There it is, Fog. We are up 442% in the Whale Room Discord since the first entry, right? And if you look over here, Coinbase listed Pepe. My expectation is that they're still going to list Brett. Brett is a meme coin that's built on Base Chain. Base Chain is a layer 2, which is built on Ethereum. I know it's a lot of complexities over here. The point is that they would incentivize to list one of the top meme coins that are built on their own chain, right? And if they do that, Coinbase, we know, brings a lot of retail money into the market, and we should see some big pumps like we did on Pepe. And Brett just happens to be Pepe's brother. And just putting it out there, just a little extra fact for you guys, right? So as you have Mustafa that says over here, don't fade Brett, right? Don't fade Brett. It's actually probably my biggest meme coin position right now, probably by about 40% bigger than any of my other positions. So huge position there. Robinhood also listed Pepe. If Robinhood lists Brett as well, that could bring major attention. So what's the coin? What is the altcoin? I have a couple for you, but the one that I'm looking at right now is Jasmy. Jasmy was a meme coin that in the previous cycle pumped exponentially. And even in this cycle, we saw some massive gains over here. This is just lining up with a perfect chart pattern. You have a falling wedge, which is a bullish formation. Remember, it's the inverse of the Bitcoin rising wedge, which if that rising wedge breaks down, we would expect that the falling wedges should all push up because that money is flowing into the altcoin sector. But not only that, it's done a perfect break of trend, perfect back test into a strong horizontal with a break of structure whilst filling a fair value gap perfectly. I mean, guys, this is an absolute trade over here. I think this is a great opportunity. I already had a strong position. I'd been buying all throughout here through these low regions, but I actually just added more this morning. So that is Jasmy. Jasmy is the one trade opportunity that you can take. You can take it over here on Blofin as well. And again, that qualifies you to enter into that $1 million prize pool. Good luck with this competition, guys. We'll actively be trading it. I'm going to register straight after the show. We have 28 days and 4 hours left to win this competition. This just came in, right? This just came in. That's why I haven't registered. I got it as I started live via WhatsApp. Someone's skip. So continuing on, the one elephant in the room, of course, is still this USDT dominance. But if Bitcoin can hold sideways at the very least within that trading range that I've given, we would expect that this should break down, right? Because this will lead into, usually when you see a big drop off in price, especially when it's this sharp, the angle is this aggressive towards the downside, sometimes you get immediate sharp reactions. And other times, if you don't get an immediate sharp reaction like that to the upside, then you tend to just hold sideways. And if you do this sideways thing over here, this is also known as a bear flag, right? Where you have the pole and you create flag, and that pole should drop you into the next major support, which is coming in the 3.2% region. This is similar to Bitcoin dominance breaking down, because if Bitcoin dominance breaks down, that money from Bitcoin will flow into the alts. If the USDT dominance breaks down, that means the stable coins are going to flow all the way into the crypto market, and we're going to start to see big pumps all over the place. So it's looking really, really good. Now, when will ETH move, right? This is the sad reality of Ethereum. The truth be told, when Bitcoin was at 52,000, Ethereum was also trying to break out from 3,300. Then when Bitcoin reached $72,000, Ethereum also tried to break out from 3,300. And now with Bitcoin at $92,000, Ethereum is still struggling to break out from $3,300. That is hitting a strong range level. The good news over here is that you can always use the prior week's candle for a little bit of directional bias to set the foundation of where price may go. When you have a huge candle like this, it's very rare that you're just going to come all the way down and a major shift in psychology and structure, and you would expect continuation. Now, if you can just break through this resistance at 3,500, which is a weekly mid-range for Ethereum USD over here, that should get things really quickly. You also have the ETH-BTC ratio, which is coming back to new lows over there. We said that we expect the bottom to be formed over here, but remember what I said earlier in the show? I said over here that don't listen to people with price targets and market cap targets and things like that. Rather focus on people that study timing. And we said we're looking for a timing top in this green zone. I'm going to say something similar over here. I don't know how low this is going to go. We've had eyes on this for a long time, right? This could breach and start to break down. But in terms of timing, we're looking at a timing bottoming process between now and January, right? So anywhere between now and January, we expect the ETH-BTC chart to bottom. If ETH-BTC bottoms over here, starts to pump, that's where your altcoins do phenomenally well, right? So we have traders in Whale Room. This is one of our coaches, 𝗪𝗢𝗥, 50x long on ETH. He seems to think he's found blood, sweat, tears, but we held strong. You guys are real whales. Please go break all-time highs on the ETH trade. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Everyone's laughing at him. Okay, not everyone, 3 people. Only time will tell if 𝗪𝗢𝗥 is correct. But timing-wise, are looking very, very close for ETH-BTC bottom, which is good news, right? We have other traders, also coaches in the group. This is from one of our coaches, Christo Columbus of the 7 Cs there, 1,434% up on that grok trade. Absolutely insane, guys, insane. All my calls are in here, right? So you can see if we go to the top over here, I dropped this trade over here on Billy. Billy was trading all the way down. I said that's the area of interest, 0.03. If you go back to Billy over there, how much are we up on Billy? Billy is absolutely pumping. We're up like 300-400% over there. We also did the 300 or 400% up on, or 442% up on FOG, which just got listed on Bybit. And I think this one's a blue chip, guys. This one's here to stay. It is going to continue. Here's the trade setup, dropped on Jasmy. Remember, I constantly drop trades. I think I may have found the next big meme coin as well, guys. I will update you in the DGen chat section. Please stay tuned for the DGen calls. This is where the 100x's, 1000x gains are typically found. If any of you are not in there and you want to join, the link is below, because we currently actually have under Whale Room a Black Friday opportunity. Let's just quickly see if it is still available. It is still available. You have a couple days left. 42% off on a yearly membership, 25% off on a monthly membership for Black Friday. Jump in, join us. All right, so there it is. That's Jasmy. We're looking at Jasmy. Brett, still looking good. Above the mid-range. That mid-range coming in at just around that 13 cents region. Defense of this level will almost certainly catapult this to the top side of the percent to the top over there, as a measured move from the breakout level is 120%. This is Pepe's brother, is called Brett, and also it's built on Base, which means we expect Coinbase should list this. Top meme coin pick, right? This is my biggest position. Now, I'm not saying the other ones won't become bigger. The other ones are like FOG is about half the size of my Brett position. But if FOG pumps double right now, it's obviously going to be the same size. We are going to make huge money on these memes, guys. Congratulations, you're here at the right time, right? You're not too late. So there are still opportunities over there. Other top picks, of course, we've got 𝗥𝗢𝗕𝗓, we've got 𝗥𝗙 finally playing a bit of ball over here, pushing back towards the upside. All we want to do is just see a little bit of a consolidation over here. All of these coins are going to go parabolic, right? Other ones that are still in decent zones for the laggards, those of you guys that are coming late into the market, you know, I don't blame you. Have responsibilities, you have jobs, you're all busy, right? We're all trying to make it in this world. He has an opportunity for you. This is going to be 𝗲𝗏. 𝗲𝗏 also recently just broke the trend line, similar to the falling wedge formations we saw across the board, where a lot of the coins have already done this, right? If you study these falling wedges, a lot of the coins already did this part. They completed that, and now up here. Where's this one? Right now, you can see 𝗲𝗏 still hanging around that 14.8 region. All of these are listed, right? You can get this on Blofin as well. All of these are listed over there. So I'm expecting at the very least, a move up here to 28 cents, maybe a short-term consolidation or pullback over there. And then after that, 42 cents. What would this do for you as a percentage? From there to there, you're looking at almost 100% move, and to the top side, almost a 200% move. And I expect that all of these memes are going to go into new all-time highs, right? So we're looking for big, big moves. Another one that I missed, this is my own fault, I faded this one, is Omnom, doggy eat dog, right? This is the Dogecoin Pac-Man, think of it like that. Doggy eat dog. So I think if I get an opportunity on this, I'm already heavily allocated, guys. I'm 100% in on this market, but if I find an opportunity to get into this, I probably will still look for a chance to get in. I do see a huge cup and handle forming, just like the rest of them. Small pullback over there, and then I think this one's going to rip. So this one's done super well as well. Let's take a look at Bonk. Bonk pushing up back to new highs over there, super strong. Ponky, also one of our picks that we have over here, about to breach the top side of the trading range. As soon as it consolidates and holds above 60 cents over here, expect that this is going to lead to continuation. I can already give you a measured move based on the rectangle breakout over here. The rectangle breakout, you know, you're looking at Ponky moving straight to $1, which is about 100% move, right? Almost 100%, just shy of 100% move for Ponky the monkey on Solana. Looking really, really good. And guys, you have to embrace it. I understand if you're new here, you're like, come on, bro, like, are you serious? This is real money. I've been working my whole life, saving in a account or whatever, and now we're talking about meme coins. This is the reality, guys. This is the way that the meme culture has gone. This is the way the crypto culture has gone. Previous cycles, you know, crypto is meant to be a form of currency. Then eventually it became like an ICO season where it was VC's playground. And then after that, we became utility tokens. After the utility token narrative failed, our new identity within this cycle is we meme coins, right? We meme coins. Just play with the tide, right? Wherever the tide is going, run with it, make your money, and then you can leave, right? So it's a great opportunity over here to make money that you probably will never be able to make in any other industries, right? Look at this move. This is obviously, again, just a reminder, Chris's trade up over here on Grok, 1,435%, absolute killer. Let's look at some of the other more that are the infrastructure for this meme coin space, which is, of course, right? So if we look at Solana over there, still holding strong, 220 over there, $220, not too bad. It's holding above this. You had the little bit of a scary candle that formed while we're having the pullback on Wednesday, pulled back into that zone, held that. As long as you continue to maintain price above 200 zone over here, you can expect another move up to 300. Now, this would be a lower risk opportunity for those of you that are scared out there. But as you can see, this is going to give you about a 33% move, right? You're not getting those 100% gainers. Near, let's take a look at Near. Near, I think, also gearing up for a huge move over here. This is a layer one, to part of AI. At the very least, you look for a move back to the top side of the trading range. Another safer play where you're going to get about a 55% move. So you're putting in on a lot of these other altcoins, the real world coins that have opportunity and infrastructure. You're putting in about, you know, half the potential upside of what you're going to see in the meme coin sector. We have Injective. We took the trade over here perfect into the fair value gap. If you took that trade with us, you are already up 40%, and you can look to target the top side of the trading range, therefore giving you 167%. So Injective, you want to see it break, it's got to do a 25-ish% to get above that range high. If it can clear this range high, that's your first target. Your second target, you still have about 100% move over there. It's looking really, really good, right? Really, really decent over there. What other ones do we have? Let's go through. Let's quickly see the AI sector. I'm just going to scan through. EOS, still very strong. Powerful, powerful. This has been one of our top picks. Render, I've recently loaded up on Render. What was down here, I'm still up quite a lot on the position. It's a leverage trade as well as a bit of spot. But the good news is you're holding above the top side of the trading range. Render is going to be one of the top AI sets that you can look to, and you can expect that, again, all of these are going to new highs, right? So that alone is going to be about a 75% move just to get there. There's so much opportunity right now, guys. It's not too late when it comes to the altcoins, right? Maybe on Bitcoin, a lot of your upside is going to be capped. You know, maybe you're going to get a 3x there if you're lucky, maybe even only a 2x. But when it comes to the other coins, we are cooking, guys. There's a lot of opportunity. Look at that Billy trade. Again, this was the one that we took. Billy up massively, pushing again to new highs, 60%, dropped in the Whale Room Discord for you guys. Okay, let's go there. I want to go off track over here. There's a couple of other narratives I want to, let's check Axelar. Okay, Axelar, I have a sizable position in this as well. We're still waiting for this to take off. It's creating an ascending triangle over here. Measured move will take you to about $1.20. PRQ, yes, we have to talk about PRQ quickly. PRQ, you can still see in the range low reaccumulation area over here. This was a previous cycle coin that went under the VC model where it got absolutely due to massive unlocks. They're trying to rebrand and remodel it. So it's going to be, instead of the PRQ token, you're going to get the React token, right? So you can see price coming down. If it hits this fair value gap, that's a buy zone. That's going to be 0.075, but anywhere in this zone is reaccumulation. Remember, when you're looking at something like React, as it's coming into this zone over here, there is an opportunity, because if you go to the it's the PRQ Parsec token, the market cap over here is 23.43 million. When they relaunch, anyone that holds tokens will be able to exchange these one for one. They're going to issue a DEX bridge where you can pretty much bridge it across. You can swap the Parsec token for the React token, which is going to be valued, at least it's estimated at about 4 to 5 times the price, because this market cap is 23 million. It's going to launch most likely at $100 million market cap, and that's coming soon in a couple of weeks' time, right, in December. So when you think of this token, its competitors are Layer 0, Wormhole, Axelar, Celestia. Celestia is also very much a VC coin that's been smashed. Think of Reactive token like this. They have React smart contracts. They're going to be like the proactive kitchen reacting at events and not just your customer orders. Then they have something called the Relayer Network, where the team's suppliers ensure the kitchen knows when the ingredients are going to arrive. And then you get something called the React Virtual Machine, which is the efficient kitchen setup, allowing all the various different chefs, right, or devs to work simultaneously without creating mistakes. So that's their play. They are part of the this sector over here with cross-chain. If cross-chain runs, PRQ will run. Other cross-chain narrative that I have in play, I think cross-chain will be a decent sector within this cycle. I bought a little bit more of this as well. This is Zeus, right? Zeus coming into a key area. We can always look to prior resistance. There it is, prior resistance. Now flipping into support, right? Very, very nice. Prior resistance flipping into support. This is looking good. I want to also take the fib tool and just measure this level out here. Let's just see. Let's go 50%. There we go. So if we look at that, what is going on over here? Let's try that again. I feel like somebody is on my trading view. What is happening over here? Let's just stop this. Guys, 1 second. It's like somebody's drawing on this thing. Let's just quickly try that again. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next one. Maybe this one is a bit buggy. 50% level, not working. What is going on? Let's go on to the next chart. Is this going to... Okay, that's working over there. It must just be that one that's buggy. But Zeus coming into a key zone anyway. 50% level from here. You at 50% level, which matches the resistance zone, right? So key area, Rune, also I have some in my portfolio, flipping a prior resistance into support. This one also looks good. All right, let me know in the comments. What else, guys? What else? Let's see. We'll take a couple of chart requests. What else do you want to have a look at? In terms of gaming, I am thinking maybe some of the sector is going to start to pop. So I have looked for some opportunity. The only position that I could find that I thought was relatively decent was Prime, right? Prime USDT. There it is. You have also a bit of an ascending triangle that's attempting to form over here. You hopefully flip this region into support. And then you got TP1 over there. And then, TP2 on the top side at about 26. So in gaming goes, it absolutely flies, right? From there to there, you're looking at 54%, then 121, and then 200%, right? So maybe just nibble, just a small nibble. The only reason I did that is just to have a very, very small amount of exposure to gaming, right? To the crypto gaming sector in case it catches a bit. We know gaming caught huge bids previously. Okay, I see some of you want Beam, right? We can have a look at Beam as well as an option. It's not in this list over here. Okay, let's have a look at Beam because Beam is also pretty solid. Should just move that up then into the correct category. So Beam also does look pretty decent over here. You can see that the falling wedges broke out, right? It's taken its time to get going, but you hold our channel. I can't really find a perfect entry for you over here. I mean, I should probably clean this up because I haven't looked at this for a while. So let's quickly do that now just to make it easier for you to understand. But you're looking at those prior resistance levels. There it is, resistance, support, resistance, 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 and now flipping into support. So I guess, anywhere that price can hold above 0.020 on Beam is probably a decent opportunity. Okay, guys, so let's see, are we missing anything? Yes, one more thing. Go through as well to the link in the description below. If you scroll through to the bottom, that's where you're going to find my channels, right? Channels. Go through to my Twitter account. Go through to my Instagram. Follow me over there. I'm going to be doing a giveaway eventually for those of you who do follow me on these platforms. And I'm going to do some Q&As on the Instagram as well. So if you want to see a bit about my life, there it is. There's my life. And you want to connect with me, please do go through over there to at least the Instagram. Follow me. The link is below. What else do we have? Let's just see. Is there anything more that I need to cover with you guys? Okay, Blofin joined the $1 million trading competition. Do we have any other final? You got the winner Bitcoin. Get ready. Black Friday specials on. I think let's leave it at that. I will see all of you on the next one. I hope you have an absolutely stellar rocking day. Good luck out there. I'll catch you all in whale room later, and cheers for now.